My name's Madison. This is KJ.
Yes. Keywan Rush, go by KJ.
I don't know. Yep.
Can we
retake?
How's it going? My name is Keywan Rush. I go by KJ, and this is...
I'm Madison. Hey, how y'all doing?
That's my wife, Madison. And yeah, we've been married for about 2.5 years, going on 2 years. We got married February 2nd, 2017. We are in sync. You heard it.
Lock in, babe. Lock in.
Okay. What is my favorite color?
Ooh. You want to go first?
You got to be specific.
I am specific.
I mean,
specific.
boom, boom.
No.
I know hers is blue.
Correct. And yours is navy blue.
See? There you go. Navy. You got to have a navy blue. Okay.
What is my shoe size?
Yours is different because it's either in Jordans or in Chelsea boots or in Vans. So yours is either 11 or you have to bump up to 11 and a half. And then if you want the shoe so bad and you just want to get it, 12.
She's correct. Yeah, my shoe size does fluctuate. Either
depending on the
Nikes,
shoes.
Yeezys, whatever. So
Yeah.
hers is a 13. No, I'm joking. It's an
What?
8. It's an 8.
Guys, my feet, no, they're
It's
small.
Do I have any allergies?
Yes.
No pollen formed against me. Ooh. Jesus, yes, we both have allergies very bad.
If I could be a superhero, what would I choose?
That's like,
Mine is so easy.
but you're supposed to be doing me, remember?
That's what I'm saying. You should know mine because it's very easy.
I don't. Hold on, let me think. Oh,
I just gave her a hint,
easy.
you know what I'm saying? Had to throw that in there.
Easy. My man's the Hulk.
See, easy. Easy. I'm gonna go off of like personality traits, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Captain Marvel, you know.
Thank you. I
Beautiful,
love being
you
powerful.
know.
Oh, thank you.
Joyful, always trying to help
Yes,
everyone, save the
yes,
world.
yes.
So, had to go with that.
Yes, she's strong and beats everyone up. Like, she's the strongest.
What is my favorite cereal?
KJ's
Wow.
favorite cereal. Okay, so listen, we go into Walmart, and that aisle is like maybe the last aisle that we go into, and we spend about maybe 15 to 20 minutes because this guy is just looking and can't make a decision on which cereal he wants.
I'm very indecisive
Like,
when it
he
comes to the
is
cereal.
picking. He's like, do I want Captain Crunch or do I want Fruit Loops?
You know what's
Do I
crazy?
want
We actually
Frosted
talked about
Flakes?
this. My favorite cereal the other day.
Isn't it the Cocoa Balls?
No. There are these organic, like, peanut butter. Oh my gosh, listen.
They're good, y'all.
Non-GMO. Oh my God, I'm tearing them boys down, I promise. She doesn't eat a lot of cereal.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
Yes! Yes! I was like, say, come on, babe, you know it. Frosted Flakes, guys, they're just, they're great.
Okay. Most overused word I say.
You know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. That is her favorite word. Like, we can literally, listen, I promise.
No!
Hold on, let me finish.
No!
We can literally be having a conversation and then she'll, like,
You know what I mean?
my logic is like, we think very differently. We can be having a conversation, she'll think it's super deep, and I'll be sitting there like, yeah, babe, yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, I promise, babe, it's just, I'm like, yeah. I don't know what you mean, but, you know, go ahead, you know.
So, how did you guys meet?
You want me to answer? Go. You want me to leave that? Take. Okay, I will take that. Give me the baton. Thank you. So, I went to Union High School. She went to a private school called Riverfield.
Yeah.
And I had a buddy on the football team. I'm not going to mention his name or anything, but he was actually dating her at the time. We had this thing where we would meet up at Wendy's and go to the movies right after. And my buddy was like, yo, man, we don't have to walk. I'll have my girlfriend come pick us up. I was like, okay. And she walked through the door, and then, I didn't think much of her. I was just like, all right, cool. We getting a ride? Cool, great. She's cute. She's cute, bro. Where'd you find her at? How'd you get her? But, hey,
Cool, we got a ride.
This is, we have a ride. So, that's the original way of how we met.
What was the idea of you guys dating while you guys, outside of you guys' race, growing up?
So I'm Caucasian and African, not.
Cut. Cut. The way I grew up and the way I was taught was to date inside the race. It was one of those things to where I had to pretty much learn, learn a different, not only my culture, but also where, other people's cultures and to realize, this is
Different?
It's very different, but at the same time, what was the need of staying within one race? I had to end up learning the history of my culture, where we come from, things of that nature, and also realizing why my parents would, kind of bring that about. And so it wasn't necessarily an idea, it was more of a demand.
I didn't really have a type. Honestly, I was like, oh, cute boy. If we match up, we match up. I mean, I never really have the, aspect of, oh, you're white, oh, you're African American, oh, you're Native, oh, you're Mexican, or, I didn't really have that. We were 15 in high school, and I've dated, I went to a private school. There wasn't a lot of diversity that I had. I didn't really get to experience different diversities, which that's the only thing that I wish that schools would do, would have more diversity, more people to interact instead of white,
Even when I first met you, you were like, I'm like, babe, I'm not,
Yeah, I
people
know.
are staring at me, and you're like, no, they're not. Yeah, they are. When I first came around her family, it wasn't just all, love.
It was nerve-wracking. I mean,
it was more than nerve-wracking. More than seriously, it was even from her Native American side, I wouldn't get spoken to or things like that. But I mean, it was kind of I want them to see me from a different, a different lens rather than viewing people the same way. I feel like as an African American male, we still, dating outside of our race or inside of our race, we have to be cognizant of who we are and where we come from as an African American male. And then once you have that knowledge, then it's like, okay, now that I know who I am internally or where my background stands from, I get kind of the culture and the history from my past heritage, from my ancestors, and now I can go out and date outside my race.
What's some of the changes you guys had to make to adjust to each other's cultures?
It's really everything I've had to make has been internal. It's nothing to do with, oh man, I need to do something externally for her people to accept me, or for her, what I mean by that is her family to accept me, not her people, but her family to accept me. Because when I first came around, I used to feel, I'm just like, what is going on? I don't think your dad likes me, and she's so optimistic about everything. Yeah, they love you. I'm just like, no, you don't see it, and you will never know, because for one, you're not, African American male. So we can both concur. When I first started coming around, your dad and mom and them were kind of like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
this is a little different. But once they actually got to know me as a person, they were just like, wow, we actually love KJ. And I feel like that's just how
they were new to it. They were shocked that,
it was definitely a culture shock, especially for your grandparents. But I feel like if the world was just like that today, getting to know, because we're judgmental by nature.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my ideal on what I've had to change. It's just really my mindset.
I feel like I also had to change, mentally. Also, I had to be more aware, understand. Okay, I have to understand that your side. I have to understand okay, this could be uncomfortable for him, or since I'm so strong and being optimistic about, oh, everyone loves everyone. That's not true. I have to be aware of my surroundings and know that, okay, I am dating and married to an African American. I am white, so there will be people that are looking or judging. I understand that, but I wasn't, at the beginning, I wasn't really aware, and I was just oh, I'm interested in this guy. I wanted to date. I wanted to get to know who you were. I didn't care about your color or anything. I was like, I wanted to know the person inside you. You know what I mean? Like, but mentally, I had to change. And then when it came to meet your parents, I was nervous because I was white. You know, I was like, will they accept me?
And they are very.
Yeah.
My
I love your family.
So my side of the family is it's totally different, which I thought it was going to be vice versa, or the opposite way around. My family is very acceptable to who she is as a person, to her culture, her race, everything along those lines. And I definitely wanted to touch just a brief second on the color part because you get many. I've even had this said to me before. Her family like, oh, brother, it's cool, we don't see color, but it's just like, it's more offensive than anything because like it's kind of like if you don't see color, you don't see the history, all the things that African American, not only male but African Americans as a whole have been through, the everything from now to the past and everything that goes with that. Don't want to get deep into it, but so. It's definitely becoming a learning process. Even the fact that once we have children, like our children are going to be classified as African Americans.
Yeah.
Is there any foods that you had to learn, like how to make when y'all got married?
Okay, so our first year of marriage. Okay, let me just say, I'm not a great cook. I'll put it out there. Me, not a great cook whatsoever. My man over here, best cook ever. But I remember that one day I made homemade mac and cheese. Remember that day?
That was horrible. Listen, and it sucks when you have company over because you don't want to be rude and be like, babe, like that's just not good. Like because then they're gonna think you're being mean. I was just like, she made it. You're supposed to make mac and cheese with actual dairy products. She made this stuff with like soy milk and
I was trying to be good.
Almond milk. I was like, negative, babe. Throw that in the dumpster.
But everyone ate it though. Like everyone was eating it, and I was so happy for everyone to eat it. But they could have just told me.
Everybody.
I even said, "Oh, this is bad."
It was horrible. She was, babe, you're not eating? Well, why don't you want to eat? I'm like, honey, I've already ate. I've already ate.
So what advice do you have for anybody who is currently in an interracial relationship, trying to take it to the next level, or kind of going through the struggles that you guys had to go through?
Just push through. You're with the guy or with the girl that you actually are in love with. Get to know them. Get to know their culture. Stand up for one another. Be aware of your surroundings because your culture might not be so accepting, or he might feel uncomfortable or she might feel uncomfortable. You just gotta be aware, and be strong and stay together.
I'm gonna speak for men. The things I'm learning is learn how to be like who God says a man is first before you try to date, whether it's in your race or outside of your race, because once God is at the top, everything will flow from there. And really just get to know one another, truly get to know one another.
Become best friends.
Yeah, become friends.
Know your identity.
Yeah, know who you are as a person, and try to become not. No one will ever be ready for really anything in life. I feel like we'll take forever trying to get to the perfect point, but really just try to become the best version of yourself that you can be. Truly love yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you can lead or love anyone else if you don't love yourself. You're only gonna, reflect who you see yourself as in other people. So.
Hands down.
It's good advice, I feel.
That's it.
Yeah, good job, babe.
Thank you for watching this week's episode. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.